here for The Accidental Homeschooler. Today we're going to talk about stick in the sand. Stick in the sand is a kind of a philosophy about teaching that classical conversations embraces, I should say, and sort of imparted to me. And so I'm here to kind of impart it to you. What do we mean by stick in the sand? The idea is that it kind of stems, I think, a little bit from Occam's razor. Occam's razor is the theory that the simplest solution is likely the correct one. It's sort of like the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Stick in the sand sort of holds that the simplest way of explaining something, like taking a stick and just drawing it in the sand, is maybe the best way to explain something. And then the corollary to that, the offshoot of that is, let's not put our kids on all kinds of technology all the time. My heart breaks for kids who, through COVID, have been basically stuck sitting in front of a computer all day. I don't sit in front of a computer all day, and I work at a computer all day. So, well, but I move around. I have an office where I stand, because I took away the chair and I raised everything to standing. And I found that helped my back a lot. I have another office where I sit. I also take my laptop and I will work various places. So my point is that to sit a child down and force him to sit in a chair and specifically sit at a computer all day is just, it gives me sort of the heebie-jeebies. Have you noticed that ADHD and ADD seem to be rising? Now, I know that part of it is because they've started diagnosing it. Maybe it was going undiagnosed for many years, but I think that it's also because our school system sort of is not geared toward boys. Sit in your seat, behave, raise your hand, don't talk out of turn. You know, boys are like rambunctious. They need to get out and be busy and be doing, and they're very active and they're very physical, and some girls are too. But it's a boy characteristic, I think. So I hope that if you have young boys, that you've taken this opportunity to send them outside a little bit, to let them just run around for a little while. I mean, even my 7th graders, when I was teaching 7th grade, between our classes that we would have, I would send them outside to run around the building twice. I'd say, okay, go, you got 5 minutes, get back here, they need that. We need to get up and move around. Okay. So stick in the sand is that sort of thought process that maybe just explaining things simply. Now, how does that relate to curriculum? So we were talking yesterday about curriculum, and I guess the point is that you don't need everything explained to you in a book. Books are good, but you don't have to adhere to everything in the book. So somebody asked me, she asked me about curriculum. How do you teach them the stuff that you don't remember? Well, it's in the book, okay? But here's the thing, if you don't remember it, does it matter specifically? Like, it was good that you had the class that you had, probably, like for the most part. Like, it was good that you studied math. And then people argue and they say, well, I don't remember any of the algebra and I've never used it. Why should my kid learn algebra? Your kid should learn algebra because it's challenging, and it's good to do things that are challenging, and maybe your kid will love algebra. Just because you didn't like algebra doesn't mean your child doesn't like algebra. And so we want to expose our children to all kinds of things, all kinds of opportunities to learn, so that they can figure out how they learn, best practices, and just figure out the learning process, right? And so don't get so hung up on the curriculum, on the online platforms and stuff, but work together with your child to figure out the best, I don't want to say the most entertaining way to learn, but it is kind of like that. It's like you want your kid to enjoy learning. And depending on the age and the requirements and stuff. And yeah, some learning is hard and they should do the hard stuff, you know? So you do have to put your foot down. But do pursue stick in the sand. In other words, pencil on a piece of paper. Just pick up a piece of paper and draw it out. Explain to me the problem. Okay, now show me how to do it, you know? You don't always have to go to technology, and in fact, sometimes that's not the way to go. So I guess that concludes that. It's also kind of fun to challenge yourself. Like, you could just put your kid down in front of the computer and say, "There you go, learn." I don't know, whatever, learn. No, challenge yourself. Do some stuff with your kid. You'll enjoy it. You should enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, they're not enjoying it, that's for sure. All right, well, I hope I want to be encouraging to you guys. If for some reason you got hung up during COVID and just hated it, then I recommend taking some time off at the end of your semester. If you can, if the school has finished with you, take some time off. But do give your children good reading books, the classics. Give them some classics. And there are lists of classic books available online, so it's easy to do that research and find them. And you read the classics too. Read along with your kid, and then have some conversations. And if you don't know what to talk about, there are conversation topics online. There are questions to discuss, discussion questions online. So check that out. And feel free to message me. Go to samsorbo.com. All my links are in the description. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also please forward my videos to friends who you think might benefit from them. Thank you. God bless. Bye.